Johanna, you are 18 years of age. You've never really done a cycling trip, big cycling trip before. This is your first time, and you're going to go off and do a crazy journey across the mountains, over some of the most beautiful landscape in the world. Tell us, why are you doing this?
I really love the flow feeling of biking.
Exploring on a bike is just, it's incredibly beautiful.
You only rely on your legs and your stamina.
I could cover much further distance, but still be completely immersed in nature and outside.
I like a lot that I'm cycling alone.
The time to really appreciate all that surrounds you.
It's the most beautiful way of traveling, so.
Excuse me.
It's basically a combination of two things. There is this kind of flow where you're on the bike and it's rolling forward and you get to zoom around the corners and all of this and feel the air. I really love that flowy feeling. So that's the one why I love biking.
Using the bike as a means of transport. I love the freedom that bike tourings give to me. For example, I used to do backpacking, but you always rely on something else, on the cars that go by, buses, and with bikepacking, you only rely on your legs and your stamina.
See a lot of things that maybe you will in other kind of traveling not see. That's why I love it.
And then I really love camping and exploring new places, and bikepacking is just the ultimate combination of those two. When you have a good setup on your bike, especially when you have a good setup on your bike, you can still feel that flow of the bike, but you can also, stop at any place you want to, camp at any place you want to, and just get that tent camping feeling and everything that comes to that. So yeah, those two.
It's to slow discover a new country, a new part of the world.
Yeah, because when you travel by bike, you travel very slowly and you have to time to really appreciate all that surrounds you, what you do not have when you're traveling by car, and do small loops with the bike at some places.
I think the best thing about bikepacking is that you can basically explore any city, any place, at your own pace. You decide your own pace, you decide where you want to call it a day, where you want to stop. And besides all of these things, a very important thing is to basically travel and whilst at the same time reducing your carbon footprint.
Feeling this need to get out into the nature, and I really wanted to bike because then you're all independent and you have to test your skills a little bit, and I think it's as Matthew said, it's the most beautiful way of traveling. So
you can smell the nature, you can smell the seas, the water. You can it's a communion with the nature.
Yeah, you feel really closer to the destination you are traveling in.
You can take your camper, but it's not the same. Yeah.
No, it's not the same.
Well, I enjoy very much the nature. I like a lot that I'm cycling alone. So I'm feeling the lonely. I feel myself so in the nature. Cycling without anybody. I like that very much, and it's very difficult to find that.
work out every day. It's part of sometimes when you travel, for example, now that I'm in Italy, you spend all day eating food, drinking, and you gain weight. When you are bikepacking, part of the trip is working out, and I think it has a lot of those good things that makes it, for me, the best way to travel.
I love hiking, but I do get annoyed how slow it is and how you can't cover much ground. So that was really appealing to me with bikepacking, as I could cover much further distance, but still be completely immersed in nature and outside. I felt so sorry for all the campers that were driving and missing everything that I saw along the way. So it's basically hiking at pace and a heap of exercise, and you can still access really wild areas. The amount of times I hiked my bike to the coolest camp spots ever was awesome.
I mean, people take cars, they take motorbikes, they take trains, and you know, those are good ways of exploring places too. But I just feel that on a bicycle, it is a lot more personal. I think you're more in tune with the surroundings. And I don't know, I just feel that you're one with nature when you're doing that, because there's no CO2 that you're basically, you know, putting out in certain excess like a car or a bike. It's only what you exhale. And like I said, exploring on a bike is just, it's incredibly beautiful. And yes, at the same time, you get fit, you know, doing it. So, I mean, you're killing two birds with one stone.
Do some of your friends think you're crazy for doing this?
Yeah. A lot of people think I'm completely mad, but I think they think that it's very cool, that they would love to do it as well, maybe.